I've said to people several times that I could not have done this job at the Beachcomber 10 years ago. That my sort of traditional perspective of journalism would not have worked in a community, because my traditional, my old school, kind of classically trained, if you will, approach to journalism is aggressive, it's conflict oriented, and it's sort of no holds barred. I mean, that's kind of how I was trained, and I did that pretty well when I was at the News Tribune. I just have this whole sort of belief now around a community newspaper that I think is shaped profoundly by YouTube. And that is, and also by other life experiences, but that is that it's to hold up rather than tear down. And it's tricky in journalism because, you know, I do have to ask hard questions. I do have to have a critical mind. A previous editor would write these editorials that were shame on you, a lot of shame on you sort of editorials. And there were bad things. I mean, it's understandable. They were behaving badly. And she would go and she'd be shocked and appalled by what she saw. And she'd write it. And then everybody would be shocked and appalled. And nothing got better. I'm not going to, you know, illuminate or amplify petty squabbles, because it tears it frays at the fabric of a community. And I have said many times, I have columns and editorials, but I've said in my columns that my goal is to lift the community up as much as I'm able. And I don't know, that comes from you guys. It really does. I mean, so many times I've wanted to send you, Pam, one of my papers or an editorial, and I just, you know, I think, oh, I should send this to Pam, and then the thought leaves, and that's the end of that.
Next editorial, it's time
right,
for.
Right. I just feel like you guys really had an influence in this approach that I'm taking. So.
Can you see the part of you that was there that is strengthened?
Huh.
And that, you know, professionally was taught to kind of dampen and diminish it, and that it got more enlivened by the experience with us. Does that fit for you at all?
Yeah, I'm sure that's true. I'm sure that's true. Yeah. That it was sort of in me already.
Yeah. But you still have every bit the tough journalistic to get the facts, to with the Axe situation. I mean, to be able to understand it and not be naive.
Right.
But then be choiceful.
That's perfect. That's exactly it.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's it. Because it is sort of a young way to be a reporter, but I'm trying to not be young.
Way?
Well, sort of.
Like a less experienced one.
Yes, exactly.
Would be kind of naive, but to have both the wisdom and the skills, and then still to be choiceful at the end.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it exactly. Well, yeah, I mean, I do feel like I'm in this position, you know, where I do have an impact that, you know, in this little bubble that I live in, it's, you know, I have an impact, and, you know, I mean, there are many weeks where I feel like it's a good impact.